All right, 8-6 study guide and intervention, slope-intercept form. So we're really going to dig deep into this equation, y equals mx plus b today. So I've mentioned it before, but now we're going to actually apply these numbers. So m is my slope, also known as my rate. When it's on a graph, it's rise over run. If it's ordered pairs, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So there's lots of ways I can find slope. This one here is my y-intercept, and I like to abbreviate it INT for intercept, and that's where x is always going to be 0, and the y is where it crosses the y is the b. Okay, so that y value is the same as the b. So if it crossed at 0, 4, then you would expect this to be 4. If it crossed at 0, negative 4, I would expect this to be, instead of plus b, I would say minus 4 if it crosses at a negative. Okay, so when I'm looking at an equation like this, y equals 3x plus 2, the 3 would be the slope, the 2 would be the y-intercept, which means that the ordered pair for the y-intercept would be 0, 2. That's the location on the graph. So they want you to graph using this. All right, well, to graph it, you need to first figure out where the y-intercept is. The first step is to make sure you find the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is -3. So this is where it's being graphed, right? 0, -3. So the first point is 0, -3. Point number 1 is the first one. So I'm going to put a note there. Y-intercept is first point on graph. Okay, that's the first one. Then you find your slope. All right, it's -4. There's two ways to write -4. And because slope is a rise and a run, you need two numbers. Well, that's easy to do when you have a whole number. You just put a 1 under it. You could make the top number negative, or you could make the bottom number negative. Either way, those two both equal -4. Now this is going to determine from the first point which way I move to get to the next point. If it's a negative, it goes down, and positive moves right. If it was this one, it would go up. Negative on the bottom means left, because this is my rise up and down. My run goes left and right. Okay, so I'm going to see whichever one fits, but sometimes either one will. This says I would go down 4 and right 1 from my first point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 right. Do you see where it's on a point on the line? Or if I did this one, it would work too. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 left. See how that one was on the point too? Usually I like to make 3 points to make sure I'm doing it right, and they're all 3 in a row, and then I would continue and draw a line through with arrows on either end. Okay, so let's do some practice. All right, so I've got this one already listed. What I will do is I will always take my slope and I will write it as a fraction if it's not already a fraction. So two ways to write +4. One would be saying that you're going up and right, because 4 over 1 is 4. But what else equals +4? Well, don't two negatives equal a positive? So what if I had both negatives? I could make both of them the opposite. Do you notice that these would be opposites up here? I just picked the opposite of each, and it's the same thing. So if I do the opposite of each, that's a negative and a negative. All right, first point is the y-intercept. So wherever y is -1, that's my first point. Now I use either one, or one of each, it doesn't matter, to go 4 up and 1 right from the first point. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. So this is just a faster way of graphing. I didn't have to find the x and y intercepts. I didn't have to make a table. Start here, go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 left, and that works. Why didn't I keep going up on this one? Because it would have given me off the graph. So if I can't do 2 in a row going the same direction, then I use the opposite direction. Okay? I've got a slope of 6. That means I can go 6 over 1 or -6 over -1. So this is up and right, this is down and left. Your first point is at 0, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well I already know that I'm not going to be going up and left because I'll be off the graph. So good thing I wrote this one because I need to use the down and left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 left. And if I go down 6 again, I'm not going to be able to fit it. Sometimes all you can fit is 2 lines. Negative 1/4 is already in fraction form. Well, remember I said sometimes they'll have the fraction with the negative in the middle, sometimes on the top, and sometimes on the bottom. I don't care which way you do it. All right, so if it's on the bottom, or if it's on the top, that means this one's going down, this one's going right, this would go up, this would go left. So remember, rise over run. Your first point is at 0, 5. So here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got that. All right, and then I'm going to either go down and right, so let's try that. Down 1 and right 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I keep going down and right? 1 down, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't have to go the other way. If I can get if I can go twice in the same direction, I'm all set. Now this is the exact same thing, only it's written in an equation. So you're going to pull out the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is 3. That means I can have 3 over 1 or negative 3 over negative 1. And my y-intercept here, because it's a minus 2, is negative 2. Okay, the b is the y-intercept. If it's a plus, it's positive. It's a minus, it's negative. So I'm going to start at 0, negative 2. I can go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 1. I can go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and right 1. I could have gone down 3 and left 1 too. That one would have worked also. But you only need to have 3 points if they fit. Okay? So remember, up and right, or down and left. This one here, my slope is 2/3, or the other way to get a positive 2/3 is with 2 negatives. So up and right, down and left. Because it's a plus 3, it's 0, 3. So let's go 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try the up and right. Up 2, right 1, 2, 3. Can't do it that way, so now we got to do down 2, left 1, 2, 3. We'll go the opposite way. And it should make a straight line. One more. I've got 5 for my slope, so that can be 5 over 1 or negative 5 over negative 1. Because I need a rise and a run for those whole numbers. I always have to put the 1 under it. This minus 3 means that it starts at 0, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's my y-intercept. It doesn't look like I can do down. I'm going to have to do up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1. I don't think I'm going to fit another 5 up. So I am done there.